रहा है मधुबन तुमसे, ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले। महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे, ओ बाबा मधुबन वाले।
बाप दादा ने अमृत वेले से देखा कि बिना स्थान के बच्चे बहुत ही खुशी से मुबारक वधाया भेज रहे थे। आप तो अभी सन्मुख वधाया दे भी रहे हो और ले भी रहे। देना और लेना साथ में है। कितने भाग्यवान भगवान के बच्चे हैं जो सन्मुख बर्थडे मना रहे। सभी के चेहरे खुशनुमा खुशी में उड़ते हुए दिखाई दे रही है। एक तरफ बाप दादा बच्चों के भाग्य को देख रहे हैं और दूसरी तरफ भक्तों को भी देख रहे हैं। वो अभी तक पुकार रहे हैं, आओ और आप साथ में मना रहे। बाप दादा ने देखा भक्तों की अनुभूति भी कोई कम नहीं है। जो प्रैक्टिकल में आप कर रहे हो उसको यादगार रूप में कितने अच्छी विधि से यादगार मनाया। आपने व्रत लिया तो उन्होंने भी व्रत का यादगार बनाया। वो एक दिन या थोड़े समय के लिए व्रत रखते हैं, लेकिन आपने कौन सा व्रत रखा है? सभी ने बाप के आगे व्रत रखने का वचन लिया है ना? आपने बाप से खुशी खुशी का व्रत लिया है कि बाबा हम इस पूरे जन्म के लिए, ब्राह्मण जन्म के लिए व्रत धारण करें। व्रत धारण किया है ना? कौन सा? पवित्रता का एक जन्म का व्रत लिया है, लेकिन एक जन्म का पवित्रता का व्रत 21 जन्म चलेगा। वो थोड़े समय के लिए खाने पीने और जागरण का कार्य करते हैं, लेकिन आप अभी के एक जन्म के जागरण से अर्थात अंधकार से रोशनी में आ गए और ये जागरण भी आपका 21 जन्म चलेगा। सारे विश्व में ऐसा जागरण किया है जो विश्व में आपके जागरण से विश्व जागती ज्योत रहेगी। कोई भी दुख और शांति का अंधकार नहीं रहेगा। तो बोलो, आपने सारे विश्व को अंधकार से रोशनी में लाए। ये बेहद का व्रत अच्छा लगता है, मेहनत तो नहीं लगती, सहज है, वह मुश्किल है, सहज लगता है। जिसको सहज लगता है वो हाथ उठाओ। कभी कभी मुश्किल नहीं लगता, कभी लगता है नहीं, क्योंकि आप जानते हो कि पवित्रता हमारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है। इसलिए पवित्रता सिर्फ ब्रह्मचर्य नहीं, लेकिन मन, वाणी, कर्म, संबंध, संपर्क में भी पवित्रता, पवित्रता के संस्कार सहज धारण करने वाले हो।
वो तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले, वो तीर्थ बना है तुमसे ओ अब्बा वो वाले। महक रहा है मधुबन तुमसे।
ओम शांति। अव्यक्ति परिवार में आपका स्वागत है। आज है दिन 19। सदा अचल अडोल एक रस स्थिति का अनुभव करो। आज का विषय है गुणग्राही बनो। अव्यक्त इशारे। सदा उमंग उल्लास में एक रस रहने के लिए जो भी संबंध में आते हैं, चाहे स्टूडेंट चाहे साथी, सभी को संतुष्ट करने की उत्कंठा हो। जिसको भी देखो उससे हर समय गुण उठाते रहो। सर्व के गुणों का बल मिलने से सदा काल के लिए उत्साह एक रस रहेगा। गुणग्राही बनो, अवगुणों को देखते हुए भी नहीं देखो। स्वमान की पॉइंट है, कल्प कल्प की विजयी आत्मा, विजयी रतन। मैं क्यों डरूं, मैं अनेकों बार विजयी बना हूँ। जहाँ विश्वास है वहाँ विजय निश्चित है। कल्प कल्प मैं विजयी रतन हूँ। अभ्यास का पॉइंट है पहला, कल्प कल्प की विजयी रतन आत्मा हूँ मैं, अनेकों बार विजयी बना हूँ। दूसरा, मुझे बाबा पर, स्वयं पर और ड्रामा पर पूरा विश्वास है। अभी हम मोहिनी दीदी से सुनेंगे।
ओम शांति। सदा एक रस स्थिति, संकल्प में शक्ति है। अगर संकल्प कमजोर है तो शक्तिहीन हो जाते हैं। तो बाबा हम बच्चों को ज्ञान देते हैं, तो अगर हम अपने संकल्पों को ज्ञान के आधार पर चलाएं तो शक्ति का अनुभव होगा। कई बार बहुत सिंपल तरीके से क्या होगा, कैसे होगा, ऐसे तो देखो किसी को अगले मिनट में क्या होगा वो भी मालूम नहीं है। पर इतना जरूर है, बाबा कहते हैं जो होगा अच्छा होगा, जो होगा उसमें कल्याण होगा। तो शुद्ध संकल्प, श्रेष्ठ संकल्प, समर्थी वाला संकल्प, इसका बहुत अभ्यास करना है। क्योंकि अगर कोई भी कमजोरी के व्यर्थ संकल्प आते हैं तो ऐसा महसूस होगा आपको जैसे आप सीढ़ी से नीचे आ गए। एनर्जी कम हो जाती है, निराशा आ सकती है, बहुत तरह के व्यर्थ संकल्प आएंगे। तो इसलिए संकल्प पर अटेंशन देना, ऐसा अभ्यास करो कि कभी भी किसी भी कारण से कोई संशय वाला, कोई निराशा वाला, उदास ये संकल्प ना आए। तो बाबा क्या चाहते हैं कि बच्चे एक रस स्थिति में रहे, और एक रस तो संकल्प के आधार पर ही होता है ना। तो इसलिए काफी अभ्यास चाहिए होता है, नहीं तो कभी कभी आप खुद महसूस करेंगे कि कहीं ना कहीं से कुछ ऐसे संकल्प आ जाते हैं जो उचित नहीं होते हैं एनर्जी के लिए, उमंग उत्साह के लिए। फिर दूसरा है शरीर का भोजन। संकल्प में शक्ति है, ऐसे ही जो भोजन हम खाते हैं तो वो भोजन शरीर के लिए जरूरी है। तो तमोगुनी तो हम नहीं खाते हैं, सतोगुनी बाबा की याद में बनाया हुआ, बाबा को भोग स्वीकार करा के हम खाते हैं। तो किसी ने कुछ दिन पहले प्रश्न पूछा था कि रजोगुनी क्या होता है। तो गीता में लिखा हुआ है, देखो आजकल तो हमारे पास फ्रिज में रख देते हैं खाना, कोई 2 दिन भी खाते हैं। परंतु रजोगुनी का मतलब बासी खाना, ज्यादा से ज्यादा सवेरे का शाम को खा लो। कई बार हम लोग दूसरे दिन, तीसरे दिन, चौथे दिन। तो शरीर बहुत मूल्यवान है, स्वास्थ्य अच्छा है तो हम बाबा का काम कर सकते हैं। तो इसलिए भोजन हमेशा सतोगुनी मतलब फ्रेश खाओ और अच्छा खाओ। अच्छा मतलब ज्यादा नहीं, लेकिन भोजन की क्वालिटी हमेशा अच्छी हो। क्योंकि हम लोग अगर ये सोचें कि हम भोजन में बचत कर लें, कितने दिन पहले का खाना खा लें, तो वो न मन के लिए अच्छा है न शरीर के लिए। इसलिए कहते हैं आहार और व्यवहार। आहार है हमारा भोजन, जैसा भोजन वैसा व्यवहार। और हमेशा सोचो कि हाँ, पहले तो हम सब कुछ बाबा को खिलाते हैं, तो रजोगुनी भोजन, उसका असर फिर हमारे संकल्पों पर आएगा। संकल्प का, जिसको मैं कहती हूँ आहार और व्यवहार, जैसा मनुष्य का आहार होता है, चाहे थोड़ा खाओ, एकदम फ्रेश खाओ, बाबा को भोग लगा हुआ। आजकल यहाँ तो 1 हफ्ते की सब्जियां मंगा के रख लेते हैं फ्रिज में, भारतवर्ष में तो रोज की रोज सब्जी आती, सवेरे लाते हैं, शाम को दिन भर पकाते हैं। मैं दिल्ली में एक सेंटर पर थी, मैंने देखा कि रोज सवेरे सब्जी आती थी, फिर लंच बनेगा, रात का खाना बनेगा। तो मैं कहती ये तो बहुत ही अच्छा है। और आपको पता है शांति वन में तो अपना तपोवन है, गुलजार वन है, रोज की रोज सब्जी आती है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 2 दिन की आती है। तो इसलिए यहाँ पर वो सुविधा नहीं है हमारे पास। परंतु आज मुझे यही लगा कि शरीर भी बहुत मूल्यवान है। धन मनुष्य क्यों कमाता है? चलो बड़े मकान ले लिए, अच्छी अच्छी गाड़ियां ले ली, पर तन को भोजन देना, अच्छा भोजन देना, ये भी बहुत जरूरी है। सतोगुनी, रजो नहीं, सतोगुनी भोजन से हमारे संकल्पों पर भी बहुत बहुत अच्छा प्रभाव पड़ेगा। तो इसलिए संकल्प भी एक भोजन है। जैसा मन को संकल्प देंगे वैसे मन की स्थिति होगी। ऐसे ही शरीर के भी अच्छा भोजन होगा, स्वास्थ्य भी अच्छा रहेगा और संकल्प भी अच्छे आएंगे। अन्न का मन के ऊपर बहुत असर है। तो इसलिए अपने शरीर को स्वस्थ रखने के लिए और हमेशा जैसे मन की स्थिति एक रस रहे, उसके लिए हमको अपना आहार भी सतोगुनी और व्यवहार भी सतोगुनी। तो आज बाबा व्यवहार की एक बात बता रहे हैं कि हमेशा हर एक के गुण देखो। एक होती है कमी है, दूसरी होती है कमजोरी है, तीसरा होता है अवगुण। लेकिन अगर हमारा दृष्टिकोण, क्योंकि जो अवगुण है उसका कनेक्शन विकारों से है, और उसमें भी कईयों को तो ये नहीं पता गुण होते क्या है। कुछ वैल्यूज होती हैं, कुछ वर्चूज होते हैं। जैसे धैर्यता का गुण है, मधुरता का गुण है, लिस्ट बना सकते हैं, बहुत तरह के गुण हैं। और हर एक में गुण तो होते ही हैं। और बाबा के बच्चे तो अपने अनादि गुण, आदि गुण, आत्मा के अनादि गुण क्या है, और आत्मा के अनादि अनादि गुण है प्रेम, शांति, पवित्रता। और आदि गुण है दैवी गुण, सत्युग के गुण। तो इसलिए बाबा आज कह रहे हैं बच्चे गुण ग्राहक बनो। देखते हैं कईयों में कोई कमी है, कोई स्वभाव में कुछ ऐसा है, हमारा ध्यान नहीं जाना चाहिए। हर एक का अपना पार्ट है। और क्या देखने से ना पर खुद पे भी असर आता है। लेकिन हम अच्छा उदाहरण रखें, एग्जाम्पल रखें, धैर्यता क्या है, सहन शक्ति क्या है, तो हमें हमें कौन से गुण धारण करने हैं। तो इसलिए आज बाबा कह रहे हैं कि गुणग्राही बनो, सदा उमंग और उल्लास में। हाँ, बाबा कहता है रहने के लिए जो भी संबंध, जिस भी संबंध में आते हैं, चाहे वो स्टूडेंट का संबंध है, चाहे साथी है, सभी को संतुष्ट करने की उत्कंठा हो। सब खुश रहें, सब मेरे से संतुष्ट रहें, ये संबंध व्यवहार में लक्ष्य रखा जाता है। बाबा कहते हैं कि जिसको भी देखो हर समय, बाबा कहता है उससे गुण उठाते रहो। हर एक के कर्म में कला होती है। हम देखें इसका ये तरीका कितना अच्छा है। तो बाबा कहते हैं कि सर्व के गुणों का बल मिलने से सदा काल के लिए उत्साह बना रहेगा। बहुत अच्छी पॉइंट है। गुण देखने से अपने अंदर सदा उमंग उत्साह बना रहेगा। बाबा कहता है कि गुणों की गुण ही बाबा कहते हैं गुणी सर्व गुण संपन्न ही तो बनना है ना। तो अब गुणों को देखते हुए भी नहीं देखो, क्योंकि देखा आपने कोई भी बात देखी तो आंखें तो दोषी हो गई ना, आंखों की पवित्रता तो भंग हो गई। आप बैठ के सुनो, किसी की गिलानी सुनो किसी की, तो मेरे कान पवित्र तो नहीं रहे ना। तो आज बाबा जो हमेशा कहता है कि सब कुछ कमल समान हो, नैन भी कमल समान हो, मुख भी कमल समान हो, तो कमल तो न्यारा प्यारा होता है ना। तो जैसे हम लक्ष्य रखें कि हमको न्यारे रहना है, प्यारे रहना है, और वो तभी संभव है जब हरे के गुण देखो। बाबा कहता है कि हाँ, यही सच्ची पवित्रता है। और अभी तो देखो जिस तरह से संसार की हालत है, बाबा की रक्षा है पर सतोगुण चाहिए। जो कुछ तमो है वो खत्म होना है। जो भी किसी विकार वश है वो तो रहेगा नहीं। तो हम बच्चों को बाबा ने हमारे लिए संगम युग पर एक तरह से अपनी अवेयरनेस में कि हम संगम युग पर हैं। तो संगम युग पर बाबा ने जैसे हम लोगों के लिए ये टाइम बनाया है कि दुनिया बदल रही है, एक तरफ विनाश हो रहा है और आपको नई दुनिया की तैयारी करनी है। तो परिवर्तन, स्व परिवर्तन से विश्व परिवर्तन करना बहुत बहुत इस समय पर आवश्यक है। हर संकल्प, शुद्ध संकल्प से संसार के वातावरण को, संबंध व्यवहार में एक दूसरे को सुख देना और गुणग्राही रहना, ये अपने पास लक्ष्य रखेंगे। अभी हम कुछ मिनटों के लिए बैठते हैं और ये दृढ़ संकल्प करेंगे कि मुझे सदा गुणग्राही रहना है। ओम शांति। ओम शांति।
बाबा तेरी मीठी
के मन हर्षाए। अव्यक्त वाणी, तारीख है 25 जून 1977। पवित्रता की संपूर्ण स्टेज। बाप दादा सभी बच्चों की विशेष 2 बातें देख रहे हैं। हर एक आत्मा यथा योग्य तथा यथा शक्ति ऑनेस्ट अर्थात ईमानदार और होलीएस्ट परम पूज्य कहाँ तक बने हैं। हर एक पुरुषार्थी आत्मा बाप के संबंध में ऑनेस्ट अर्थात बाप से ईमानदार सच्चे दिल वाले बनने का लक्ष्य रख चल रहे हैं, लेकिन ऑनेस्ट बनने में भी नंबरवार है। पहला, जितना ऑनेस्ट होगा उतना ही होलीएस्ट होगा। होलीएस्ट बनने की मुख्य बात है बाप से सच्चा बनना, सिर्फ ब्रह्मचर्य धारण करना। यह प्यूरिटी की हाईएस्ट स्टेज नहीं है, लेकिन प्यूरिटी अर्थात रियलिटी अर्थात सच्चाई। ऐसे सच्चे दिल वाले दिलवाला बाप के दिल तख्त नशीन हैं, और दिल तख्त नशीन बच्चे ही राज्य तख्त नशीन होते हैं। अच्छा, आगे की मुरली कल सुनेंगे। ओम शांति। तेरी मीठी मुरली की धुन सुन कर के मन हर्षाए, हो सुन कर के मन हर्षाए।
बाबा तुम्हारी शिक्षाएं सदा है संग हमारे। बाबा तुम्हारी शिक्षाएं सदा है संग हमारे। चलते रहेंगे जीवन भर तेरी श्रीमत के सहारे। चलते रहेंगे जीवन भर तेरी श्रीमत के सहारे। बाबा तुम्हारी शिक्षाएं सदा है संग।
इस बात को जब हम भूल जाते हैं और ये हम समझते हैं कि हमें फल मिले, सबके देखते हुए फल मिले, सब लोग कहें कि हाँ इसने अच्छा काम किया था इसलिए इसको ये फल मिला, ये जो चीजें हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं उससे हम गुण धारण नहीं कर पाते। तो इसलिए अगर हमें ये मालूम रहे कि संसार चाहे कुछ भी कहे, ब्रह्मा कुमारी संस्था खराब है, तुम वहां क्यों जाते हो, लेकिन हम अगर ये समझते हैं कि अच्छी संस्था है, अच्छी शिक्षा दी जाती है, मैं इससे अच्छा बन रहा हूं, दिन ब दिन मेरे में सद्गुण आ रहे हैं, उसका कहना उसके साथ है, मेरी धारणा मेरे साथ है। हम उत्तेजित क्यों हो, उस व्यक्ति के प्रति घृणा क्यों करें, हम उसको नीचा दिखाने की कोशिश क्यों करें, और हम ये क्यों असंतुष्ट हो जाएं कि साहब यहाँ जाना तो मुश्किल हो गया, लोग खामखा की आलोचना करते हैं, शर्म आती है, ना ही जाओ, यहाँ छोड़ ही दो। तो ये सब जो उल्टी बातें दुनिया में हम कई बार कई तरीके से कई परिस्थितियों में करते हैं, तो मैंने ये देखा है, बहुत देखा है, कई भाई बहन ज्ञान में आए, कई चले गए। एक मुरली में, साकार बाबा की मुरली में जब दादी सुना रही थी, जिन दिनों में मैं यहाँ अभी आया हूँ, उसमें ये कहा था कि सेंटर्स पर भाई बहन आते हैं। आज इस दफा हम गई, दादी भी अपना सुना रही थी, तो 5 व्यक्ति नए थे। अगले वर्ष जब गई तो 5 वो चले गए थे, दूसरे 5 आ गए थे। वो जो 5 चले गए थे, जो हिसाब यूं का तू कुंबा डूबा क्यों, वो जैसे कहते हैं ना, भाई बराबर कैसे रहा, वो 5 चले कहाँ गए, तो वो चले इसलिए गए, किसी के कहने से, किसी के सुनने से, अरे तुम शांति नहीं मिल सकती, जो सद्गुण धारण करता है, दिव्य गुण का मुजस्समा बनता है, वही शांत होता है। और ये एक पहला नियम। तो अंगद की बात इसी तरीके से है कि उसकी टांग नहीं हिला सका, क्योंकि टांग उसकी अपनी थी ही नहीं। भगवान की टांग जो भगवान के अर्पण हो गई, उसको कौन हिला सकेगा। बाबा ने कहा ना कि बाबा बाबा कहोगे माया भाग जाएगी, तो फिर वो रावण कैसे ठहर सके। तो मैं ये कह रहा था कि दृढ़ता, अगर दृढ़ता ही दृढ़ नहीं है, किसी किसी की दृढ़ता तो होती है लेकिन दृढ़ता ही दृढ़ नहीं होती। जैसे वो कहते हैं ना, इफ द साल्ट लूजेस इट्स सेवर, अगर नमक में ही नमकीनपन न रहे तो दुनिया में कोई चीज नमकीन रहेगी कैसे। सारा जो भोजन हम बनाते हैं उसमें नमक डाल के ही तो नमकीन टेस्ट बनाते हैं, और नमक में ही नमकीनियत चली जाए तो फिर हमारा खाना जो है वो नमकीन बनेगा कैसे। अगर दृढ़ता में ही दृढ़ता ना हो तो फिर दृढ़ता गुणी क्या रहा। हम कहते हैं हाँ जी हमने बड़ी दृढ़ता से विचार किया है, अब तो हम दृढ़ता धारण करेंगे, लेकिन दृढ़ता धारण करने में भी पहले पहले दृढ़ता की जरूरत है।
प्यार की धार, दृष्टि तेरी है निराली, बहती प्यार की धार, भूल ना सकेंगे बाबा हम तेरा अनुपम प्यार।
Om Shanti. Constantly experience an unshakable, immovable, and constant stage. Be one who picks up virtues. In order for your zeal and enthusiasm to remain constant, whoever comes into relationship with you, whether they are students or companions, let there be the enthusiasm to make everyone content. Whomsoever you see, continue to pick up virtues from them at every moment. By taking the power of everyone's virtues, your enthusiasm will constantly remain. Be one who picks up virtues. See but do not see any defects. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's day 19. Constantly experience an unshakable, immovable, and constant stage. Today's topic: be one who picks up virtues. Self-respect point. Kalpa after kalpa, a victorious jewel. Why would I be afraid? I have been victorious countless times. When there is faith, there is definitely victory. Kalpa after kalpa, I am a victorious jewel. Practices. Step 1. Kalpa after kalpa, I am a victorious jewel. I have been victorious countless times. Step 2. I have faith in Baba, faith in myself, faith in the drama. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is doing well, right? When we come to Baba's knowledge or Brahmakumaris organization, then knowledge which we like or relationship with Baba, but also looking at Brahma Baba's life. Now, when it comes to listening, adopting, inculcation, all are number-wise. So when they are number-wise, some they really understand knowledge, they adopt the virtues and purity. So when we look at their lives, we are very inspired and we say something very good. But always there are some people who are not able to inculcate knowledge or virtues. But then we cannot assess or label a organization based on any particular individual's interaction or behavior. I remember that even when I came in the beginning, everyone said, don't go very fast, take knowledge, but not because they didn't want it, of course, that I surrender or just, just give godly knowledge or have this spiritual life. But I always thought that everyone has their own karmic account, their own way to study, their own way to inculcate virtues. So I cannot look at a person and say, what kind of organization is that? But then there are some, we see the transformation on them. And so much transformation that we can't believe. But I think it's very important what I experience. How do I feel? Like when I met Brahma Baba, first time, it was long ago, 1957, 58. And I like his way of royal, but it's very simple, very practical, very human. Because when you have to be yogis, doesn't mean you have to be abnormal, right? A yogi love relationship with God, but your life is very natural and normal. Not that you cannot cut hair or you cannot do this or no. Just be whatever you are. Continue with your profession. Be in the family. But your thinking, your speaking, your actions, they are elevated. They are very good. So it's like we compare what we were before and what we are now. Like at present situation, everyone is watching news, but different kind of feelings. It's the fear, what's the future, what will happen. And of course, there had been so many warnings from presidents of different countries to their citizens that they should reduce, not pull the car and many, many things they advise that there will be critical time when everything will be in shortage but also very expensive. Like fuel, electricity, even now it's increasing every day. So, but we are Baba's children. It's not we don't care and we say no. Yes, we know all this is going to happen, but not create that anxiety, panic, fear, and kind of, internally concerned, worried. No. It's like both things happen. You are hearing, so there could be some response, reaction from within, but also there is something which speaks from your self-trust. which Baba has created in us. And that's completely different. So when we are extrovert and listening to the world news, and then we are introvert and just listening what Baba is saying, and you see the contrast in your thinking. So that could happen few times a day. It could happen few times in a week, depends on how much you are exposed to. We need to know what is happening, but then how much detail. And so again, as Jagdish Bhai was saying, I have to judge what kind of organization it is, not necessarily based on few people's behavior, but the values, the principles which Baba gives. I remember that I always believed in family life, but when I heard about that purity is what is required in the world, and when Baba says, I am going to use the power of purity for world transformation. So a kind of purpose, a kind of, one feels that, yeah, I would want to do that. And of course, seeing that in the world, so much decline, right? So much frauds, deceiving, greed, anger, power, so much is happening. So we remain safe. We know where to do, what to do, how to do. So we don't take sorrow nor we are deceived, right? So we have to just pay attention and take whatever Baba is giving us. So Baba is saying that be one who picks all virtues, always. Sometimes it's just the etiquette. We always say how nice it is, how great it is, and not internally we have that feeling. But we have to be very honest and just take what is good. So Baba says that in order for your zeal and enthusiasm and to remain consistent, Baba says, whosoever you come in contact or in relationship with you, Baba says, whether they are students or your companions, Baba said, let there be enthusiasm to make everyone content. People say it's so difficult to keep everyone content. There will always be someone who is not happy. I remember that once Baba used to give us some assignment, and one of the results which we have to come back to Baba, that if there were 50 volunteers and whatever people who were involved, there was not a single one who was not happy. And I remember one time I was given an assignment, and so we were 50 of us. So when I went to Baba, Baba says only one soul was not happy. So anyway, I said, Baba, what happened? What did we could have done? But this whole thing of making everyone content, So what we could do, there are a lot of learning which happens where, whether it is your students, whether it is family, but everyone is content and happy with you. So Baba is saying, whosoever you see, continue to pick up virtues. And Baba says, what you do? Pick up virtues from them at every moment. I think appreciation, encouragement, upliftment, So by being who, Baba says, by being the power of everyone's virtues. So when I'm taking virtues, it's like becoming powerful. So Baba says that everyone's virtues, your enthusiasm will constantly remain. Otherwise, sometimes we are enthusiastic and sometimes no, we don't have that power. So Baba says that be one who picks all the virtues, see but do not see anyone's defects. You notice, but then I shouldn't absorb it, take it. Just be detached observer. And, let's say in the whole situation, lack of patience. So if you have patience, just be patient. And you will feel that energy of patience in atmosphere, and for all of them will be a kind of good example, or tolerance, power to face, power to merge, all these powers and virtues we are adopting in our life, inculcating, and so be a good example so that others can also, they can see, they can take help, and the atmosphere remains very powerful. Om Shanti.
Good evening, Didi.
Good evening, Madhuban.
How are you? I don't think we need to ask you that question. Just appreciating how you lead with virtues, that you don't just talk about them, but that you embody them, that we can see them. And so just one or two very quick things before we talk more about virtues, where you were talking now about the teaching here of purity, and how for myself, and I'm sure others, as time goes on, you see more clearly why Baba has given the directions that he gave, or you have so much more value for them. And many of the things for me that Baba says is because they're so different from what the world says. And this thing in particular, when it comes to purity, because if you look at the world's religions, they would all say, like, the very basic first page in terms of the idea of Adam and Eve is increase and multiply the population. It's the same in Islam and all the other religions. And now governments, as you've probably seen, are concerned about the depletion and of the aging of populations. So they're wanting people to have babies as well. And so once again, as Baba says, he's the only one that can carry out birth control. So it was just one of those things that struck me when you were talking about it. Yeah. But and also something you said yesterday that I liked very much about being able to do is a fortune. It's not about the result of what you do, but it's about, that's very profound. I don't know if you want to elaborate on it. And before that, one other comment that I wanted to make. Sorry, I'm doing all the talking. You see, you speak first in Hindi, and of course we get the translation, and then you speak in English, but you're not saying the same thing. And whereas most of us, or many of us, we would have to think, oh, I have to give a half an hour's talk. I need to sit and think about it. And then I have to give another half an hour's talk on the same topic or the same subject. Then I would just use the first one and build on that. But you don't do that. Do you have a methodology in your approach?
Well, why I don't repeat? Because I know that majority are listening in Hindi. Okay. So it will be just repetition for them. So if I say same things in English, so then I Like today I was, when Jagdish Bhai spoke about organization,
Mm-hmm.
then I recollected that when I came, there was so much opposition, so much, you can't believe, in Delhi and all over India. And I used to say, but this is not what my experience is. Whatever other people say it. And I had mentioned before too that one of uh, my uncle and auntie, they both in 1936 went and surrendered. They were just married. But after that, like whole family said, oh no, we won't allow our daughters to go. My grandfather was kind of very strict with us. But as he said it, then I kind of immediately, my thought went to when I came in and how it was not easy, and society was one of the biggest thing. Why mother won't let you do what people are saying, what society will say. And they do make a lot of comments. And you don't have money for dowry, that's why you're not marrying. Okay, we will help, we will give, So I think the pressure which comes from society is quite a lot, right?
Yeah.
But then gradually they look at our lives and they say, I say, but that's God's call for me. God keeps saying this life is for my service, so I have to do that. But what I was really trying to say that if we really look at Brahma Baba's example or listen to the values and principles of the organization, you immediately know that this is the right thing. But if I just look at few people,
Yeah.
very few of them are not able to be satisfied because of, could be some reasons, could be their own sanskar. So I'm not going to believe that one, but I will believe what I'm hearing and what I am seeing. So I don't know what, when I'm about to start English, just a thought will come and then I go on and then
Yeah.
speak about that.
I like
So, I don't,
I
yes.
like what you said, and I totally agree with you, about that there's a self-trust that has developed. It's not a blind faith, it's a self-trust, and that you know that this is the right thing. And so, sometimes feeling that I might personally represent the yajna to the best of my ability, but the yajna also represents me. And so the great spiritual pride in belonging to an organization that has such high principles and such elevated souls is really something. Yeah.
Because in India these days, all these great Mahatmas and Gurus, and they said we can't believe kind of the way naturally you all have purity, you
Absolutely.
have brothers, sisters, they all are there. We said, but in ours, like, it's even male hermits or it's female, but here you are like a family and living in purity, and hundred thousands of them, Like when Baba come, there are 22,000. They're all families and they all live life up. And even government, the ministers, and they go a lot now to centers and they can't believe. So they start calling now sisters as goddesses, and like they couldn't believe, but they
Yeah.
really appreciate. So
Yeah.
when people come, it's very, very peaceful. It's very much brings happiness.
Yeah.
But one time he said, but they don't know it's because of purity.
That's right.
Because
That's
when
the thing.
there are vices, there will be jealousy, there will be, but because of purity, there is love, there is happiness, there is, everything in abundance. So they can't see that, but when they come to know,
No. Yeah.
they
And
really highly.
we sometimes have to tell people, because we see it happens. I'm sure, maybe more in the West, I'm not so sure, but where spiritual places or religious places are also places where you have the opportunity to perhaps meet a partner or something, that it's about socializing and maybe meeting a partner. And so they get so enamored with the people they meet and, say, would you like to come for a coffee? Would you like to go to the beach or whatever? And then they finally finding out that what it is they're attracted to, that purity is the basis of it. It's not about relationships in that way. Yeah. So this thing that in the point about taking the power of everyone's virtues is a very nice idea, that that they're not just their individual virtues, but that I can take them and like a combined power, and then this thing of your enthusiasm will constantly remain. And this word enthuse, and in I think its origins are Greek, but it means that God is in you. Enthusiasm means that the energy that you're promoting is God's energy. And so how do I like swallow everybody else's virtues so that they become a power? So not just seeing other people's virtues, but
I think as this point was brought out, when you think about it, it's true, because everyone around you, especially when we are together, very cooperative, live together, and we see everyone has something special. It's just like making a bouquet, So it's bouquet of flowers. We all souls with different nature but different qualities, virtues. It's really, really, once it comes to our attention, and I feel that's our strength, right? Whether we call it power or strength, of everyone having specialties and the way we get things done. And so definitely it's the power, no?
Yeah, and it can even be very simple things like seeing the kindness of someone, or the gentleness, or just the good manners of someone, because I sometimes feel that when Baba says it, the main thing that Baba teaches us is manners, so not just manners in terms of etiquette, but the manner to do this, the manner to feel that he just teaches good manners. And then you see it sometimes more clearly in others than maybe in your own self. Yeah. And it's inspiring. And so, back to Sunday's Murli and this thing of, I was surprised when I read it that for the majority, jealousy is what causes anger. And then maybe you can elaborate on it a little bit, and then the question for me is, Baba said, give me the gift of anger, but should I think more in terms of giving Baba the gift of jealousy? Most of us will admit to anger, whether it's irritation or annoyance or displeasure, but I don't think people necessarily recognize jealousy.
It's very subtle. Jealousy is like, one time Avyakt bapdada gave example that there is rice, and if rice has some kind of germs or spoiling, the color of those little bugs is same like rice. So you will not know. Or many vegetables. If vegetable is green, the bug is green too.
Right,
So you know. So Baba had said that jealousy is something which not separate. It's like somewhere you don't come to know. But lack of contentment, always feeling I don't have enough and this one gets more, and whether attention, whether status, whether in a physical term. So their eye is always on this, that who gets more than me, right? And if you have no jealousy, then you take your share and you are happy about it.
Yeah.
I have enough, and rather I would like to share with others. So lack of contentment is kind of visible to those who have jealousy. But otherwise you won't notice it, but it does come out in some behavior somewhere.
And so,
I
how?
don't have
Sorry,
I
go
don't
ahead.
have much I said I don't have much experience of
No,
jealousy, or sometimes you are not jealous, others are.
right. That's my
But
question.
that,
When you see
yeah,
jealousy in others, what do you do about it?
I think that I feel give them respect. Like,
Yes.
with my life, I always got lot of opportunities
Yeah.
to play a very beautiful role. So I saw one sister always felt if she could do that. So what I thought, one day I called her, I said, you do it.
Yeah.
Really, you ask? I said, yes. Every time I say, you do it. A big change in her. Now she keeps saying, no, 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 you must do it. You are, it's like you give them whatever little they want, or they
I'm
feel
with you.
that they know. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do, so
I
that
think
the soul.
the solution is yeah, not
Mm,
to deprive, but um for my own ego to come down and to be humble and to be more
mm,
humble than usual with that one and more
mm.
generous. Yeah. And
And
so that then
it
as you
works
say,
out.
it changes. Yeah.
It works out, and good relationships are formed. And
Yeah.
I think that's all. If others have whatever percentage,
Yeah.
then you give them and they are happy, they have contentment,
I
then
agree.
it's,
Yeah.
it's over now.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just that they know that they can get that thing then, that it's available to them and they're not desirous of it anymore. It's like something's being
Mm,
satisfied. Something Daddy once said, which also surprised me, and I liked it very much, and that was that the cause of jealousy, she said, is laziness. In other words, I'm jealous of your position or your role or whatever, but I'm not willing to make the same effort that you made. So she
mm.
said that, yeah. So I thought that was an interesting take on it. So now, um, do you feel, and it could be a journey, uh, because you've always been very self-contained and, had a bigger vision. You stay very much to yourself, even though you're part of the family, and always have been in that family situation, as you say. Do you feel that people understand you better now? Because there must have been times when, your thinking is up here and others are not on the same level. And so, how has that changed in the sense where um, that now you
I
feel, and that it's not that it's that you needed people to understand you, but do you see that people do understand you better now than maybe at another time?
mm, I think that I don't have much awareness of position ever, but I feel that just be loving, and but also be detached. So like I will say, okay, you must do this, whatever. And if you don't do it, it's all right. I just remain detached, but not try to confront, not try to convince, not try to. But what I find, there is lot of love, lot of love. And
Yeah.
of course, for me too, I feel what people want to experience is God's love. And if they could experience love, I think there is a lot of satisfaction in that. So that's the aim. And if there are little things here, there, they need help. And I try to help them so that
Yeah.
in their life they feel very content and, because people like to be heard. And once you hear them and see what salvation they need, what is their sorrow, what is their worry, I think listening also is very important. And it works, and then provide whatever. So I feel it's just the love, but it could be in sharing, it could be in help, sympathy, whatever way. But that's what I
I
had been
I
doing.
wonder too the fact that that you are so consistently in front of everyone. I mean, it's like every single day for all these years that you're available, and that even though it's on camera or on a screen, but a relationship has developed with all of the BKs. Like for us, we're with you anyway. We're here in the US where you are most of the time. But for others, that you really become part of their lives, part of their day even. And so then that trust in you and that recognition of your generosity, and what you said on Saturday, which I loved, when you changed that word around and said about the importance of acknowledging everyone. And so I think that might be a little part of it. Know that you weren't just a senior up there somewhere that they would see once a year, but that they have you as a constant part of their
I
day.
think what I am, I always was. But now it is more unlimited, it is more expressed, and,
Okay,
you
that's
know,
nice. That's nice.
because you can be a different person because
No,
your
no.
status
Right,
changes.
but that's what I'm saying, that as far as you're concerned, you've always been what you are, but that may not have always been visible or
Mm.
expressed, that others understood it or got it,
Mhm.
or were yeah, on board with it. And so just watching how things evolve, and
Yeah.
as you say,
Mm.
that love that people have for you. Before
We
there was, if you don't mind me saying it, there was a
Mm.
lot of, and I'm not talking about my own relationship with you, because that always been very nice from day one, but where people would have a lot of respect, a lot of regard, that your authority was without question. But I think that now is not just respect and regard, but there's a lot of love.
Mm. Thank
No?
you. Yeah.
No, you don't need to.
Mm.
You don't need to
I,
thank me.
I'm listening and watching.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so so that mutual
Thank you.
understanding, you understand.
Yeah.
So and now they understand even your intentions, Raz. So it means
We
they've
come
evolved. We've evolved as well. You know, that's very nice.
we come to know each other better. Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah. And
And that
that's yeah. Isn't that what it
and
is?
that brings closeness and the trust. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. There's a song that says, to know you is to love, love, love you. And I do. And so it's the same with Baba, isn't it? Really, the more, as Baba says, the more you come to know him, then you realize how sweet he is, how lovely he is. Yeah. All
Like
right, my
these
dear
days
D. Yeah.
yeah, these days I say that, why we have to keep asking Baba for help, because he wants to see how much power you have taken from him. So do it, whatever you could do. You have a
Yeah.
lot of power.
Yeah.
But what you cannot do, he will help you, no?
Yes, for sure.
So,
For sure.
yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Didi. Okay, Om Shanti.
Thank you. Om Shanti. Thank you, Madhuban.
Om Shanti, thank you. So tomorrow is Tuesday in our schedule from Amrit Vela 3:30 am to 4:45 am. In the evening 5 to 6 pm English Avyakt Murli division. Together with that in breakout room Avyakti children Murli class 6 o'clock Bhatti will start, followed by Hindi series, English series and chit chat. Now let's remember Baba and take drishti from Didi.
पसंद
ओम शांति, ओम शांति। Hmm.